Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal, I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month, but it be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's two ways you can give me your answers. Number one, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number two, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news, what would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you. So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners just like you make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 103, and I am so happy you're here today because I'm sharing with you the number one best teacher that you can get as you start and build your business. The best teacher. You're going to hear it today. I'm so happy you're here. If you are new, welcome. I'm so glad that you found this podcast because I have no doubt it's going to help you along your business journey. So if you are starting a business or in the early stages, building a business, doing what you love, then you are in the right place. Make sure you hit subscribe or follow whatever your podcast app says right now, because you do not want to miss out on any future episodes. There may be a little plus button or a follow button, by the way, if you were in Apple Podcasts. They recently changed it, and I want to make sure that you're able to find it. And also, too, if you're new, I want to make you aware that I have a Facebook group just for new business owners, or maybe you're thinking about starting a business and you love to get in the group and start seeing what everyone is talking about and ask questions and all that good stuff. I'm in there weekly, so come join us. The link is below. Just so you know, it's called Women Starting Businesses Doing What We Love, and it's for you. And I'm personally inviting you. So come on in the group today. You'll have to answer 3 questions really quick, and then I'll let you in. And also check out blogs. I've got some free downloads and things for you to help you as you start and build your business. And if you've been here a while, thank you so much. I love, love, love all of you, my loyal fans. Y'all are amazing. And you know how much I love this podcast and love connecting with you through this podcast. I wanted to read a review really quick. This is from Steph M1, and it says, binge listening worthy. I've been listening to this podcast for the last couple of days. If you're thinking or have started your business, you must listen. I'm very happy and fortunate to have come across this podcast. I'm learning so much and implementing it into my business. Thank you so much, Steph M1. I really appreciate you taking the time to write this. And if you're like Steph and you've been binge listening or you've been listening a while and learning and you've never left a review, could you do me that one favor right now and hit 5 stars? Maybe you're an Apple Podcast that lets you do that. Hit a 5-star rating. And if you have 30 seconds or a minute to write a written review, that would mean the world to me. And I can't help but think that it allows Apple and Spotify to keep bumping this podcast up to show it to other people like you and me who want to build authentic businesses. So anyways, thank y'all so much. Okay, on to the episode. Hello, everyone. What is shaking? How are you? How is your business? Are you nailing down your business idea? Are you taking imperfect action and moving forward? Are you growing your business? I sure hope so. And the big question is, are you loving it? I sure hope you are. I love my business. Every day I love it. Y'all, I dream about it. I'll be laying in bed and I come up with ideas and I can't sleep. I get up, I get so excited to see my Grow Getters and then the people that are in the Facebook groups. I just get so pumped. Y'all don't understand. I love doing this. And I hope you feel the same way about your business. I know you do. I see what you're saying. I see how excited you are. If you're really focusing on that difference you want to make in people's lives, no matter how big or small, it will drive you every day and you will be so passionate and excited about this business. You will do everything you can to grow this thing and make the money that you need and the money that you desire. So I'm so happy you're here. And I want to talk to you today about the number one best teacher you have in your business. Now, I know what you think that I'm going to say, and you may be thinking, is she going to be promoting her coaching? Well, hey, I have to say, having a coach is invaluable in your business. It can save you so much time. It can confirm that you're on the right track. It can help you speed up your whole starting and growth process. It can give you the feedback that you need, the help you need, the motivation, everything. When I coach with people one-on-one, it makes such a huge difference. I can see the relief in their faces and their shoulders and their bodies over Zoom. I can see it when they finally get the help that they needed so that they can move forward with this dream. So yes, of course, I'm going to say that coaching is amazing and it can help so much. I've used it myself. It works. It speeds up things, and it's just the best way to get going. However, I know some of you maybe have never had a coach, and you're like, what in the world? Do I really want to do that? Okay, maybe you're not ready, and it's okay. No big deal. Another good teacher for you is people that you know, right? Or other business owners. That's why I have my free Facebook group so that you can join it and be around like-minded people who are striving to do this and build their business dream. What great teachers your peers can be. And I watch this all the time in my Grow Getters group, which is my membership for new business owners. We have our own private Facebook group, and we even have breakout brainstorm sessions where the members get to meet each other and help each other. Okay, I cannot tell you how awesome this is for people like you because you get immediate feedback. You hear what they have to say. Your peers and people that are going through starting a business just like you have so much great information and advice. You wouldn't even believe it. They'll tell you things that have gone wrong in their business once they've started or things that went right, strategies that were effective for them right now. They're in the weeds with you. And fellow new business owners and business owners are some of the best teachers that you can have because they can give you great advice, which is totally awesome, right? So you know that you always have access to a coach. If you're listening here, you have access to me. You know that you have access to like-minded fellow business owners or those that are about to start businesses to be able to get help, guidance, feedback, ideas, all that good stuff too. But I want to tell you a little story before I get to the number one best teacher. So this is just a little story. But it's about my daughter, Ava, who is loving the thought of starting to learn how to bake. So she's been trying to read recipes online and she's been trying to make cookie dough and cookies for my husband and I because, see, she's the only child left in our home. My other two are away at college. And so now I think she's bored out of her mind. She's like, okay, let's bake. I'm like, sure, just make cookie dough that my husband and I are now going to be munching on and eating all the time, which is probably not the best thing for us. I'm like, can you become an expert at salads? Can you become really good at brothy soups? We need to lower the calorie and fat content of what you're making. No, it's okay. I'm happy for her. She's doing this. But the other day she was making cookie dough and I saw her just kind of out of the side of my eye, just doing it. And then she made the dough and it was the weirdest consistency. And I'm like, what is going on? She's like, I followed the recipe. I did this. Well, then afterwards, but I was sitting there going, this is weird. You did all we were double checking the flour, double checking, the sugar, making sure nothing was expired. There was even some oil or something, I think, that she put in it. Everything we were looking at all. The vanilla, we even looked at the expiration date. We couldn't find one, but we were looking for that because we were trying to make sure nothing was expired or something had gone wrong. And come to find out, she had gotten the butter out, and when it said to soften it, she didn't know that you just sit it out maybe for a little while on the counter or whatever. She had microwaved it. And so it was liquid butter and she had put it in the dough, and that's what happened, right? And so it made me realize that sometimes as we're doing things and we're taking on new skills and we're so excited about it, like we're so stoked about what we're doing, that sometimes we fail to ask those around us. And it's okay. I mean, she could have asked, but maybe she didn't even know to ask. She didn't even know you might want to clarify all this. I mean, you don't know what you don't know, right? And here we were, and not that I'm an experienced baker by any means at all, but that's like one thing I would have known is like, don't melt the butter, just set it out, okay? And it hit me too that once she did that, when she saw that result, she had her aha moment and she was like, oh my gosh, I'll never do that again. I learned my lesson. And so then she was off to making her cookie dough again with the butter just softened by being out. And it made me realize that the number one best teacher we all have is results from taking action. Results are our best teacher because once she got it and saw that this cookie dough was not the right consistency, she learned a huge lesson and will never forget it, right? And it took her doing it, taking action, getting excited, getting it halfway right, realizing what was done wrong and becoming better for it. And that is exactly what is happening to you while you're building your business, right? Sometimes we get overzealous, we get excited, we start doing things. We don't reach out to get help because we may not even know. We may think that this is super easy. I'm following the directions. I'm taking the steps. I'm doing everything I need to do. Little do we know that there were strategies and tips that could have helped us tremendously. We wouldn't have ruined a batch of cookies and we would have gone through it perfectly, right? But in our business, taking action like this, taking imperfect action, which I talk about this all the time because I believe that it is what has made me successful over the years. By taking imperfect action, we learn a lot. Here's the problem. Some people will never take it. They won't take action. They won't start their business. They won't take the steps. They won't work on getting their website up. They won't work on sending the first email. They won't work on getting on video. They won't work on their social posting. They won't work on things because they're scared and for whatever reason, they don't have the confidence or they don't know what they're doing or they want it to be perfect. Is this you? Is this you? And this is what I want to say to you today. You must take action. And yes, it's going to be imperfect because you're just starting. Yes, you must do it. You must be like my daughter and have a blast and love it and be so excited for what is to come and be willing to screw it up and do it again, right? Put yourself out there on video and have it stink. I, for one, can tell you I've done this. When I did my first video, I was so anxious to get myself on video because I'm like, I have to learn how to be on video on social and recording videos of myself. And if I ever want to have courses and all this, this was a while back, right? And I was so nervous about it. And I got myself on video and I looked back now and that video is awful, awful. And the funny thing is, people tell me now, you're so good on video. And I looked terrible in that first video. My hair is huge because I live in Houston where it's humid and I already have curly, frizzy hair. So I look like a clown and I was talking weird and the whole thing. But by doing that, I learned so much. I learned that I could do it, that I could show up on camera. I learned how to set up my camera and what not to do because one of the ways that I had it looked terrible. I learned that the location that I was in looked really bad. I was in my original podcast area, which if y'all been listening to my podcast a while, I talked about this. I originally was in like this extra room that they had built in our house. It's tiny. It may be 10 feet by, I don't even know if it's 10 feet. Maybe 9 feet by 10 feet. It's tiny. And right now I have shelves of stuff in there. And we have gift wrap and extra gifts and we have toys in there and all this stuff. And that was my podcast room. And that's where I did my first video. And it looked terrible. But I learned so much from that video. And not only did I learn all those things about lighting and the way I look and fix my hair a little bit better and learn how to hold myself better and everything, I also now get to look back and reflect at how far I've come. Am I a genius video maker or person on video? No, absolutely not. But I'm way more comfortable. I have my whole setup. I can go live if I need to quickly. I can record a video if I need to. I have this all set up, and I only know all this because I got excited and said, I have to do this, knowing I'm probably going to laugh at myself later. And it's okay. It taught me so much. What do you need to do in your business today that you haven't been doing? What step do you need to take? Because I want you to realize that results are your teacher. They're your best teacher. The results, whether they're positive or negative, are your best teacher. What's working, you keep doing. What's not working, you fix and you adjust and you make the batch of cookies again. You make the cookie dough again. You do it right. It's your best teacher. If you're not actually in it and doing it, then, you can listen to other people all day. You can soak in and be learning all day. You can have the steps in front of you all day. But if you never take it and then actually move forward, you'll never learn the lessons and you'll never get better. So think about it. If you're working on getting your website up right now or getting your items loaded up in your store, get over it. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be your favorite rendition of what you're doing, but you're going to take all the steps because you know that by going through the motions, you are going to learn so much. In fact, you know what I'm working on right now? Because it's my goal for 2022. We're still in 2021 right now, but I already know that 2022, I really want to scale my business. That's my goal. And I am going to start using, I think, as of right now, if all goes well, Facebook ads. And that's what I'm going to start using because I think I can reach more people. My podcast reaches so many new people, and it's my favorite thing. And I absolutely love having this way of publishing content. But I also know that if I've got my messaging dialed in, I've got my products proven, which I do, if I have testimonials, which I do, and if I'm ready to scale this business, if I've got systems in place and can do this, then I'm ready for Facebook ads. So I'm dipping my toe in it as we speak. You may see an ad from me come up because maybe you clicked on my website or you follow me on social. And it may not be the best ad you've ever seen. Why am I saying that? Because I'm telling you that I'm going through it too. I'm taking steps. I already created a few ads the last few days. And then later I looked at it and I was like, okay, those were not that good. That was really not good. I need to change the picture. I need to change the wording. But I only would have known that by doing it. If I had not done it, I'd still be there going, I want to do Facebook ads. I want to scale my business. But there's no action associated with it. You have to have action associated with what you need to accomplish in your business. You have to have the action and do it and know that it's going to stink and you might be embarrassed later. And it's okay because you are doing this. You know that there's people waiting for what you have to offer and you need to hurry up and learn and be a student. You are a student. Your best teacher are the results that you get by taking action. Okay? You have to do this. And hopefully for me, working on Facebook ads, next year I'll have this as a well-oiled machine and I'll be able to scale my business in the way that I want to scale it, right? I'm just going to take all the steps and it's imperfect right now. My ads are not that great. So if you see one and it's not that great, I apologize, but this is part of me being a student. But maybe it will be great. Maybe you'll like the ad. Maybe you'll click on something. Maybe you'll start the Just Start course. Maybe you've been thinking about that. You'll see an ad for it and you'll be like, yep, okay, I'm going to pull the trigger. Now's the time. I want to get my business started effectively. She convinced me. I just saw the ad on my feed and I'm going to buy it, right? Or maybe it's that you join Grow Getters. You see an ad for me when the Grow Getters doors open and you're like, okay, I'm going to jump on this because I know she only does this every so often, right? So I'm a student. I'm learning. My results from what I'm doing right now will be my teacher. They'll be my best teacher, okay? So remember this today. As you're going along in your business, make a list. What are the things? Maybe there's just one thing. Can you focus on one thing right now that you need to do? And look at it not as, oh my gosh, what's everyone thinking? This is not going to be perfect. Look at it as, I am entering a classroom. I'm stepping in. It's like in college or high school when you open the door and you go in the classroom and you see the teacher. That's you right now. You're opening the door. You're stepping in. I am willing to make a bad grade or work really hard or do a lot of homework so that I can learn from my results and know what to tweak and what to change so that I can keep perfecting. No company ever settles. Everyone, all the big companies are always changing, always pivoting, always studying results. Okay, this is data for you. It's data. What's right? What's wrong? Let's move forward. Okay, I hope I've convinced you today to take action because who is your best teacher? Results. Mr. or Mrs. Results is your very best teacher and professor. Okay, but keep in mind, coaches like me can help you tremendously and save you so much time and frustration and give you direction, give you strategic direction. Know that your peers, people that are building businesses too, are invaluable along your journey to give you the support so that you know you're not alone. And this is a struggle, but it's also amazing. Okay, so don't undervalue peers. Get in my Facebook group if you're not in it already. Okay, so that's it. What are you going to be a student of today? I'm so excited for you. And just know too, if you ever feel like you're struggling, stalling, and you're like, I could use some coaching even just for an hour, then let's jump on a 15-minute free consult and I can just talk with you and we can see if we're a fit. I can see if I can help you. I'll be honest and say, you know what? I think you could do X, Y, Z and be gone. You may not need me. Or I'll say, you know what? Yes, I think we need about an hour. Let's work through this. I have people that are working on their podcasts. I have people just starting their business, like what they should do next. So if this is you, know that I'm always here. Otherwise, use your peers, okay? Use the resources around you and use the best teacher you have, which is the results of your actions. That's it. Have a great day. Bye.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.